On April 9, 1940, the Danish landscape was irrevocably altered as German forces swiftly occupied the nation. This abrupt event marked the beginning of a long 5 years under Nazi rule, casting a dark shadow over all aspects of Danish life, including the vibrant world of cinema. The Danish film industry, much like the nation itself, was forced to navigate the treacherous waters of censorship, propaganda, and the ever-present threat of reprisal. Before the occupation, Danish cinema flourished with diverse themes and genres, reflecting a society grappling with modernity and social change. However, the German occupation brought with it a new reality, one where freedom of expression was suppressed, and the silver screen became a battleground for ideological control. The German authorities recognized the power of cinema as a propaganda tool and moved quickly to exert their control over the Danish film industry. The newly established censorship board, with its strict guidelines, became an ominous presence scrutinizing scripts, banning films deemed undesirable, and dictating the narratives that could be told. One of the most immediate impacts of the occupation was the severe restriction on film imports, particularly from Allied nations. This move effectively cut off Danish audiences from the outside world, limiting their exposure to alternative viewpoints and narratives that challenged the Nazi ideology. In their place, German propaganda films were heavily promoted, aiming to instill fear and obedience while glorifying the Nazi regime. Despite the constraints imposed by the occupation, Danish filmmakers found ways to navigate this restrictive environment. Interestingly, the occupation period witnessed a surge in the popularity of genre films, particularly crime thrillers and melodramas. These genres, with their focus on suspense, intrigue, and personal struggles, provided a form of escapism for Danish audiences seeking solace from the harsh realities of war. Notable films like Afsporet, Derailed from 1942, directed by Bodil Ibsen and Lau Lauritzen Jr., and Maudet's Melody, Melody of Murder from 1944, directed by Bodil Ibsen, exemplified this trend. These films, while seemingly apolitical on the surface, often contain subtle critiques of the occupation, cleverly disguised within their narratives. Danish filmmakers, unable to directly challenge the Nazi regime, resorted to subtle forms of resistance, embedding their films with layers of symbolism and allegory. By utilizing metaphors, double meanings, and visual cues, they could convey messages of hope, resilience, and defiance that resonated with Danish audiences. The flickering flame of a candle, a closed door symbolizing confinement, or a character's longing gaze towards the horizon, all became powerful metaphors for the yearning for freedom and the rejection of oppression. These subtle acts of resistance, woven into the fabric of seemingly innocuous narratives, allowed Danish cinema to become a source of hope and unity during a time of profound darkness.